Hey crafty friends, it's Anna. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm doing a little bit different of an unboxing because I've seen so many videos of unboxings coming up on my recommendations, so I thought I would do something a little different. I thought I would show you the contents in the box very briefly and then maybe talk about what I'm inspired by, what I want to work with, and maybe even have a quick little teaser for my 10 cards 1 kit at the end. So if you want to watch this and you know, get some ideas with me and chat with me, then stay tuned, keep watching. So what I like to do first when I receive the kits is they've all come with Nuvo drops. So what I like to do first is put like a little dot on top just so I can see the color. Now I don't know about you guys, but this sparkle, like, oh, this makes me so happy. Like I love that. And I've also done that with all my Nuvo drops, as you can see. Like I've always added a dollop on top just so I can see the color. I don't remember who I received that tip from. I'm pretty sure it was on Instagram, but I love it. And this one is beautiful. I thought it was very interesting that she put a navy in here, considering that most of the color palettes in this kit are very orange, brown, red, like very earthy colors. Now, this is not my first video filming today, so in my previous takes that I took out, I did use the chameleon pen. This month we get a BR1 taupe. I can get it out of the box, and it goes from this really, let me see if I can zoom you guys in, from like this really pale white, almost clear, to like this gradient. And I think that she was probably thinking that we could use this very light portion for the skulls and bones because that's her stamp set. Sorry for the wobbling, guys. And this is also the washi tape that comes in. I wanted to show that it's kind of taupe, but it's actually pretty pinky from what I can see, and it's like a warmth. There's like warmth to it. I don't know if it comes across on camera, but it's not so yellow as it looks on camera. Actually, it's pretty warm. It's almost like, I think of things in nail polish colors, which is kind of stupid, but in my mind, it's almost like a tiramisu for 2 by OPI. It's a very good neutral beige nude color. And I was also wanting to show you the other ones that we had gotten in her kit so far in the past. So far she has a gray, a blue, a purple, and a green. And if you have these, you could definitely use them in your kits, especially like the purple and the grays. This month would be fine, even the greens. I think it just it's nice to add to the collection. Okay, moving on. The embellishment pack. What I'm most excited for in this pack is the embossing powder. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like orange with brown in it, and it's actually really noticeable, like the golden brown flakes, or at least to me it is. And I think that would be nice to what am I trying to say? I think it would be nice to stamp some solid images in, especially like leaves and pumpkins, which would be nice for this season, especially because fall is here and everyone seems to be going pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice nuts. At least over here in the States they are. And you get the sequins, which I love. I love that, well, I mean, I love sequins in general, so what's there not to love? And then you get the sparkly bandage, which I'm not going to take out because it does get glitter everywhere, and I'm not a glitter phobe or anything, but it is a bit annoying to find glitter all over the place so early in the day. I'm in this pattern paper set. I don't know why I'm not in focus now. Hello. Okay. I'm most excited about for this paper just because it looks like a personals ad in the paper, and I'm excited for this one, which is like a wood grain. I think we can make quite a few masculine cards with that, especially if someone has their birthday in, you know, October. And this one, it's like a script, small script with little globs of blood, quote unquote, You could do that yourself. I'm pretty sure, like distress the paper and use a small script print background stamp and, you know, add some red splotches, but it's just convenient to have it already all done for you. This is the specialty cardstock, which I'm also hoarding and in love with. I will try to use every little scrap that I get, and I do have a stack of them that I've hoarded. I really love this. It's almost like a coppery reddish, sorry for the glare, but this is probably my favorite of the specialty papers we get. And this is she usually has a gold, but this is more yellow. It's actually like a bright yellow. So those are the specialty papers. And my favorite in her kits that she always includes, peel-offs, obviously, stamp set. I love this stamp set, and I didn't think I would love it just because when I first saw the bones, I was like, bones, okay, that's cool for Halloween. But then I saw the puns, and I knew I had to have them just because, like, puns are my absolute favorite. Meant to tibia together. You all know want me, head over heels, you're so humorous, stole my heart, head and shoulders above the rest. I just think that you could use that for so many things, and I love puns, and my boyfriend knows I love puns, so he's just kind of rolling his eyes at me. What I really love that she's included again in her kits is the vellum pieces, and I wouldn't say this is the most heavyweight vellum, but I love that it's foiled, and I love that look. I love that shiny look. I mean, you can emboss on vellum yourself, but it is a little different. I love this. I love all the black areas as well. You could emboss in white with that, like Happy Halloween, or, you know, like so many sentiments you could use, and this would be great in a shaker. Oh, love that. And then she included this texture. It's almost like a netting, webbing type thing. I think it's great. Wish we had gotten maybe two smaller pieces, which would have ended up being one larger piece, just because I know I'm going to use the heck out of that. But I mean, you could probably buy some at the hardware store or something very similar. These are she was calling them tags, and I guess they are tags. You can cut them apart, make little embellishments. I think those would be fun for a party. And so I'm gonna get started on my first card as a little bit of a sneak peek for my 10 cards 1 kit. This card probably will not be included in my 10 cards 1 kit, as it's a teaser, and I just don't want you guys to watch the same section of video again, just because it's a little tedious. But I just wanted it to be a little bit different, a little bit more fun, so that you guys can look forward to something other than just an unboxing. So stay tuned, well, or keep watching. Okay, so what I started doing was I cut out all my vellum pieces, and I think I want to work with this one just because I have an idea right off the bat of what I want to use with it. So I'm going to take all my cut up pieces and put them on the side. I originally wanted to use the skull stamp set that came in this kit, but the skull looks a little too small for what I like. I'm trying to go for a bit of like the Wizard of Oz, Evil Wizard type thing. So I have these stamps these are not the best quality stamps either, and to store them I had to cut them up. Not cut them up, but cut apart the storage acetates. So I'm using this image, but I want to not have the frame since the vellum piece is already framed out. So what I'm doing is I am masking off the edges so that it does not get stamped. Then I will pull the tape off, and hopefully it will work wonderfully. Or at least it will in my mind. If it does in actual practice, well, we'll just see about that. And this is a painter's tape that I actually don't like to use that much, so I try to use it in other ways instead of like with watercolor paper or for die cutting, because it does rip up my paper quite often. I actually use the yellow frog tape and that works really well for me. And it actually is really sticky. Not really sticky, but it holds the stick for a while, so you could use it several times. I'm trying not to cover up the top of the hat here. Sorry, I'm out of frame, but it's really close to the edge. Okay. And so is the mouth part here. And I'm going to just stamp a practice run of this over here just to see. I'm inking it up really well, ripping off the tape. That's going in my trash bin. I have a little bin for trash in front of my desk, and this is just the practice run, just to see how I would like it. Oh, perfect. So hopefully I can recreate that exact same thing. So then I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to ink it up with my VersaFine ink. Ink it up really well because there are some solid images in the eyes and things. Okay, oh, almost forgot. Anti-static powder pouch. And as you can see just now, I made a mistake because I was in a rush and I bent the vellum there. Oh, but you know what? It's okay. We'll make it work. It will add to the grunge factor. Oh, yep. It will add to the grunge factor. That's what you get for rushing, guys. I'm not the most patient person. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So now I'm gonna heat set that with clear, just so it matches the background. So I did add some more creases to make it more distressed, just so that that one crease didn't look out of place. Now I'm gonna add my sentiment to the top. Sorry, my head's getting in the way. Happy Halloween. This is from a Lawn Fawn stamp set, just because this set I don't think has a Happy Halloween, and I just wanted a plain Halloween sentiment. And I thought that was a good place to add one. It was just like perfect. So I'm gonna emboss in white. So let's see what I like. Oh, that's cute. I do this quite often where I hold things up against each other just to see what it would be like. And I try to use the pages I like the least to see. Oh, this would be good. Okay. Well, actually, do I want to use one of these instead? Like, I don't really like the owl so much. Nah. Gonna go with that piece of pattern paper. And I'm just going to trim it down. And then let's add a little bit of this. This is just me trying to figure out placement and what I like and what I don't like. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Yep, okay. So what I will do is I will adhere this piece down. Adhere this piece down. And then now I have to decide how much of that lace do I want. Now I'm going to add some score tape. So I have this really thin score tape, and I'm hoping that it's not very seeable, or we'll see. So I have sped this video up 4 times, just this section of it, because it is a bit tedious. It's just me putting on score tape, the 1/8 of an inch score tape I have, which is the thinnest. I put it along the top and along the bottom, and also in the blackest parts of the focal image of the skull, so the top hat on towards the left and on the cheek. And it's going to adhere the mesh onto my card panel of pattern paper, so that it does not move. And you cannot see it when I'm looking at the card even very closely. I think it's also because it's very thin, but it's also because it's very clear. I think my ATG gun would have been fine for this, and I probably would have gotten away with it being just as clear. I think it's just easier because I don't have as much control over exactly where it goes, if that makes any sense, as opposed to like the gun, where I can not make it look as clean, if that makes sense. And then what we're gonna do is press in the score tape and cut off excess fabric, or mesh, or whatever this thing is called. Now I'm not gonna throw away this little bit of mesh because we can use this to tuck behind elements, because I think this webbing is so great for this card kit. Very spooky, very fun. It's like crackly almost. I love it. And that's my card for today. Probably not my best card, and I did hit some bumps in the road with the creases and stuff, but I think it actually made it better, made it more distressed, made it more fun. And yeah, so look forward to my 10 cards 1 kit coming soon in a few days, guys. Okay, as you can see from these final close-up photos that the card looks slightly different than what I had. I ended up taking the whole card off the card base and adding a black mat just to tie it all together. Then I added gray shading with an alcohol marker just on the inner edges of the frame, just to make that skull really sharp and contrast. And I think it adds a lot of dimension. If you like this video and would like to subscribe to me so you could see more from me, I look forward to showing you my 10 cards 1 kit in my next video.